I've gotten clients off of Facebook, you know, but I've gotten the clients because I built a persona, right? And while being authentic.
I went over to Spider Juice Technologies, you know, the website, and it looks like you got, you know, a few good services there. You know, I don't know if you do some on retainer or what, you know, your pricing is, or what you offer, you know, somebody like.
Yeah, I'll get guys that'll come in and they just want a tune-up, right? Or I'll get guys that come in and they go, I just need it, right? What do I got to do? And they don't know what they don't know, which is half the problem. Because because again, the cliche of SEO is I need SEO. But can you define that? I have no idea what. SEO is basically taking your pages and making it about red widgets in torrents, and then red widgets in Riverside, right? Yeah. And so how do I make it so it's both? One page is for Riverside, one page is red widgets, and then of course we have all the blue widgets. So what the hell are we still want to sell those. So yeah. How do you make that happen? And so there's more of in the beginning, I don't have a set price that I would love to give. I will give a free assessment.
Okay.
You want me to go in and audit up your stuff? I mean, by all means, I'll do that, and we'll have an honest talk. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not the squeeze guy who's going to, you know, sell you to death. I want to put the best thing for you, give you ideas of what you should do on your own. And a lot of guys I coach to do on their own. I have a guy in Boston. I've been trying to get him to do video now for probably 7 years, and he's finally getting going on that. He took pictures for the first time on his Android about a month ago. He was all proud of himself, you know, but whatever. I mean, it's hard for some people to come out of, he writes like crazy. He has no problem writing, blogging, but he cannot get on social. He cannot get videos, but we're working on it. So I meet you where you're at. I'm a coach. I want to find you. You got to start where you're at. If you know how to walk, then we'll teach you how to jog and then to run. But if you can't even walk yet, we're gonna have to learn how to stand up. And so that's where I want to go from. And so I want to get people to do what they can do to help themselves if they're willing. One of the guys that I coached up on his persona stuff, I said, you know, you're doing all this, which is natural for you, because the guy's just a ham. He has no problem talking into a camera and does very less ums and ahs than I do by any means. I mean, he's just a natural. But I said, the juice also in social media is to go and, you know, go into somebody else's feed and start a conversation on something that he's talking about or she's talking about that you're an expert in. And I'll give it, I've been doing this is how I blew up my real estate blog years ago. I had probably the most popular real estate marketing blog back in 05 or something like that. And the way I blew it up, I had a schedule, and it was a lot simpler then, right? We didn't have social and all this crap. but I would write 2 prolific articles a week, and then 3 or 4 what I would call a social media post, little short, quippy kind of thing. And then twice a week, go off to other blogs that more and more people started getting more and more popular. So more and more marketers and realtors were blogging. Then I would go to their comment section, which typically was a place for people to con. I call it the con job of SEO. I'm going to get a free link by posting absolute shit on their wall. I would go in there and add massive value. So when you looked at it, you have the article, then you have the comments, and the comments are this, and this, and then all of a sudden there's mine that draws your eye there because it has
more real estate. See, that's interesting. The way that you see real estate everywhere. No wonder you wanted that niche.
Well, I used to grew up in a real estate family, and I was 4 or 5 years in the business right out of college.
Taking area though, like crusading through places and literally dominating it.
Well, it's you, but again, be careful of the con job. I'm adding value. I literally had a gal, may she rest in peace. She was brilliant, and I commented. I wanted to get into her blog because she had a lot of followers, and so I wrote a piece that was an addendum to her piece. And it ended up being an article size comment. And she goes, "Can I just like make you a guest guest author on my blog?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And she moved it to the actual article section. So because it was massive value. And so I'm not trying to like take her out. I'm trying to add value to it. And yeah, I have my own selfish reasons, but I'm also making this a better article, a better
You're
document.
creating new opportunities. You're creating entire new opportunities with the way that you're thinking.
So that's what I say. SEO, search engine optimization. What the hell does that mean? I think I just demonstrated it sort of. You're looking for opportunities everywhere, and the only way you can know those opportunities is if you know the knobs that matter. Right? The knobs that matter, either psychologically, going back to what we started with, up here, and this is the problem, by the way, with AI. People go, write me a blog or write me an SEO-friendly article, ChatGPT, and it writes, well, how do you know it is?
Yeah.
Because ChatGPT said. So the guys that are really good, and I'm not saying that I'm great at it yet, but I'm getting there, they know how to ask. And the problem in a lot of this stuff is we don't know what we don't know. The good news is you can, if you get good at questions with ChatGPT or any of these prompts, you're able to find the question that's going to lead you down into the promised land of the, like you said, the AIDA. Well, there's a lot of people in the world in business have no idea what that means, right? They never heard of it. But so they go, I heard this thing, AIDA is really important. What is AIDA, right? Well, a lot of people aren't audacious enough to even ask that. They don't identify what they don't know.